Hi everyone, my name is Beverly Banks and I want to show you how to do a Facebook virtual class. Now the Facebook virtual class actually has a different function than a webinar or other ways to educate people online. The Facebook virtual class should really be nice and high energy. You should really ask for interaction from the audience, and it's really a lot of fun to do. So there's a few different ways to do Facebook virtual classes, and I just want to show you a few different options. So the first thing that you are absolutely going to need is going to be an event page. This is my main Facebook page right here, and if you select more, this little drop-down menu will come and you can select events, and then right here is create event. You are going to name your event, which in this case is Back to School with Young Living. Add a few details. I like to tell people what it is they're going to learn. Add the place, which is right back here at this Facebook page, and then select the date and time. Now, that's only one way of doing it, and you should also know that it defaults, when you hit that, it's going to default to actually creating a private event. What a private event means is that only people that you invite or people who are invited by other guests can actually see the event. If you would like your event to be public so everybody can see it, then select that drop-down menu and you can create a public event so it'll be visible to everybody who is on Facebook. And also off Facebook. So, for example, if you plan on emailing out a link so that members of your team or people that you know can join your event, you're going to have to create a public event. Now, there's another way to do this as well. And if you have a fan page, you can go to your fan page and you can select more, and then you can select events, and it's going to pop up pretty much the same way the other event did. So you'll hit create event and your pop-up window is going to come up. Now this is probably my least favorite way to do a Facebook event because it's really hard to interact one-on-one to people who like your page. Now the upside is that Facebook will kind of make sure that this gets in the way of the people who have liked your page, so it's kind of nice to be able to reach out to those people. And then of course you have, the link, it's going to bring you back and things like that. Now my favorite way to do these is to go into your team group. Now, if you have a group page for your team, that's absolutely fantastic. And what you want to do is you want to go into your group page and you want to select events, and then you'll hit create event right there. Now you'll name it, you'll put in the details, you're going to say, hey, it's going to be right back at this page. So this is Back to School with Young Living. There we go. And join us to learn more. Actually, we'll say this. Join us to learn how to take the stress away from back to school using natural essential oils. Okay, so the place is right here. Back at this page. And then the date, we're going to set it up for the 3rd, and it's going to be at 3 p.m. Now you can change the time zone, and you can also change the end time. It's going to default to inviting every single member of the Leaf Drop Revolution, and when I create the real page, I'll make sure to have that checked. But for right now, for this demonstration, we're just going to keep it between you and me. So now behind the scenes, before you get to this point, you do want to make sure that you have one single file that is actually set up with all of your slides in it already, and you want them already labeled because that's going to make it a little bit easier to be able to navigate. You also, if you plan on doing, there's two different styles. The first style is that, and sometimes uploading a photo will take a little bit of time with the screen capture on, so forgive me if it takes some time. So, So you do want to have one folder already all up and jazzed and ready to go. I like to number the slides so you know which one's going to happen next, and just have a little bit of a description next to it so you know what to expect when that slide comes up. So you can upload it, and then as you're talking with people, you're going to be able to post and be able to talk about your event. Now, one of the things that I do like to do is you can turn off the notifications for the people who are going to actually be responding to this, and that's just kind of a, something to do if you don't want your inbox to get too bogged down. Now, the way that I like to do my style of Facebook posting or of these classes is I actually like to just have the slide up just like this and have everybody dial into a conference call line so that we can talk back and forth. So I have a conference call line, and before the class will begin, what I like to do is I'll put up a post that has call into this line, and then I'll put in the number. So, and then I'll post it up, and I will take the drop-down menu, and I will actually pin the post to the very top so that when people sign in, the first thing that they see is that post. It's the one that says, it's going to be pinned to the top, and it's going to say, hey, you know what, call in right now to this link, and everybody will see it when they come in. So when we put up Lavender, I'm actually talking and interacting with people. I also give people an assignment, and I might say something like, hey everyone, this class is actually meant for people who are brand new to Young Living. But if you are not new to Young Living and you have an awesome story that you want to share, when you see a slide come up that inspires you, go ahead and share something in the thread. And that really gets people talking back and forth about essential oils. Now, you want everything to be nice and FDA compliant, and so into every single class that I do, one of the first things that I do is I let people know that the class is all about health and wellness and being stronger and being more fit and looking into the future, and that it's not about disease and symptoms and illness and things like that. And so everything that is posted needs to be in line with health and wellness and supporting healthy body systems and making us stronger, so that people are going to know that the stuff that they post, it still needs to be FDA compliant. Now, there is another way that you can do this, and that is you are going to still add photos like you were doing before, only this time you'll also have a Word document ready to go. And in that Word document, you're going to be cutting and pasting before you post. And what this does is, let's say that says, lavender is one of my favorite oils for myself and my family. We use it every single day, and when I go to sleep, I love falling asleep to the comforting aroma of lavender. So instead of actually having a conference call line that people call into, you will actually post the picture and you'll post the words right there into the Facebook event real time. So those are the two ways, the two most popular ways, I guess you should say, of doing a Facebook virtual class. Now, when it comes to Facebook virtual classes, before the class begins, in your event page, you do want to post about, once every few days as it's getting closer. And the day of the event, do a reminder post about an hour before, and then again about 15 minutes before. Now, you do not want to overpost in your event, because everybody who has signed up to come to your event will actually get a little notification saying that you have posted in this event, and it will go out to everybody. So we don't want to annoy people with our overpost. Now, as far as Facebook instructions go, you do need to let your attendees know that as you post things up, they are going to have to refresh their screen up here in this side. So every once in a while, they're going to have to hit their notification button, and they're going to have to refresh the screen. And although that sounds cumbersome, it really is quite fun. Okay. Last tip, and then we'll get into sending out invitations. On your slides, you do want to make sure to number your slides. Because they have to refresh their screen in order to see your new post, what's going to happen is that sometimes those slides will appear in order, and sometimes the slides are not going to appear in order. So it's really nice to be able to go ahead and just label those slides and make sure that people will know what order those slides go in. Okay, last but not least is the inviting. So as I showed you, if you're creating this within an actual group, everybody in that group is going to automatically be invited. You can also select the invitation link and start to see a list. This is a list of everybody who is in this group if you want to handpick them. This event page also has its own personalized URL. So you can copy that and you can paste it into email invitations, and you can paste it into invitations into other groups that you manage as well, or onto fan pages. So that is how I like to do the Facebook virtual class. If you have any questions, go ahead and contact your upline, or you are more than welcome to find one of my Facebook pages, become a friend, become a fan, and send me your questions directly. So thank you so much for joining me for this training, and I hope and wish you great success in the future with all of your Facebook virtual classes.